Welcome to Major in Law YouTube channel. Today's lesson is about the tort of negligence. Introduction to negligence. Negligence can be defined as lack of proper care and attention or simply carelessness. Negligence as a tort is one of the most evolved modern torts, with various aspects of negligence such as duty and breach, causation, and remoteness all contributing to its complexity. Key elements of tort are duty, breach, causation, and damage. Let's look at the elements of negligence. The duty of care. The defendant must owe a duty to the claimant in respect of the actions or injuries that occurred. Breach of duty. The defendant's careless action or inaction that breaches the duty owed to the claimant. Causation. The breach of duty must be the cause of the damage or loss suffered by the claimant. Damage or loss. The claimant must have suffered actual damage or loss as a result of the breach of duty. Let's look into the case of Jacqueline Hill vs. Yorkshire Ripper. Jacqueline Hill was the final victim of serial killer Peter Sutcliffe, widely known as the Yorkshire Ripper. It was claimed that the police had failed to conduct an effective investigation into the matter, and that they may have caught Sutcliffe before his last offence if they had done so. The House of Lords ruled that there was insufficient proximity between the police and the victim, as Sutcliffe's acts were random and any woman was at risk. This case highlights the elements of negligence in terms of duty, breach, causation, and damage or loss. Omission principle. The omission principle states that no liability is imposed for failing to avoid harm caused by actions of third parties. In general, the common law does not establish liability for omissions, meaning that a person or entity is not held liable for failing to act in a certain way to prevent harm. Under the omissions concept, in the tort of negligence, a person is not under a duty to prevent harm to another person through a source of danger not created by the person, unless specific conditions are met. Negligence liability for omission principle and in relation to the police. Overview of omissions principle. The omission principle states that no liability is imposed for failing to avoid harm caused by actions of third parties. In general, the common law does not establish liability for omissions. Explanation of omissions concept. In the tort of negligence, a person is not under a duty to prevent harm occurring to another person through a source of danger not created by them, unless certain conditions are met. Limitations and exceptions. Although the general rule is no liability for omissions, there are exceptions such as when a person has assumed a responsibility to protect another from a certain danger. Modern tort of negligence. The modern tort of negligence holds the defendant liable if the claimant proves that the defendant's actions caused harm. It has acquired supremacy and pervasiveness in various areas such as traffic accidents, business liability, etc. The primary objective of this tort is to safeguard against accidental injury rather than intentional harm. Impact of modern tort of negligence. The modern tort of negligence has a significant impact on various aspects of society and business. It holds the defendant liable if their actions cause harm to others, leading to a more cautious approach in many industries. The concept of reasonably foreseeable damage sets a standard for acceptable conduct and care in the community. Victims of negligence are compensated, although carelessness is not a criminal offense. Thank you for watching the video. For more content, subscribe and visit to Major in Law website.